Hello everybody and welcome back to Drumard Farm. What we're going to be trying today is the agroforestry again. Hopefully this time it's actually going to work. Now I've had quite a bit of help from somebody called Steve and also Subwarp Speed and of course Oxygen David's forum post, which was about Thornton Farm's issue with basically a conflict with the tree planter. Now hopefully we have now got to the bottom of this problem. I can't find out properly until I take this over to the field with a sapling on it. Some tree saplings on it, and well really what I want to do as well is take the actual cedar over there as well, so I can work out the exact width which we need to be working this at, you know, the distance between each tree line. Now obviously I can just go into the store and see what the working width is, but the working width isn't exactly the whole width, it's going to be smaller. So yes, I'd prefer to take the entire thing up there. But before we actually do take the cedar to the field, we will of course check and see if this is actually going to work. If it still has the glitch, then it's going to be pointless even doing this. So we're going to head down to the store, pick up a crate of saplings. I think there's actually a crate of saplings still in the field, but if we are going to be doing this properly, then there's no harm in getting another crate, as we're going to need more than one. So once we get past the traffic, we'll be at the store. In all honesty, if this doesn't work, then I'm going to give up with the agroforestry for this map. But I'm really hoping it is actually going to work, so I shouldn't have to worry. So, there is a crate. Randomly it picked the one in the middle of the far side there, that's strange. Oh well, it's a crate. It doesn't matter which one. Let's go. So the field we're working in is actually just behind these trees. It's at the top of the hill, but the field itself is flat, which is nice. I wouldn't really want to be doing this in a fairly hilly field. It wouldn't really work too well. Can we cut through? I think we can, you know. We can cut through here. We probably shouldn't do, but it's still our land, so there's no harm in it. It'd be funny if there was like a really hidden piece of barbed wire going across there, which suddenly hits invisible barrier. Now the first row which we're going to do is going to be right on the edge, so we don't have to get the cedar for this. This is just going to be a pure test to see if it's actually going to work. Now it wouldn't matter if I was using GPS, a worker, or just doing it myself. It would always fail before. So if this now works, if it plants the first tree, it's fixed. It's just planted a tree. Fantastic. That's really good news. So yeah, huge thanks to those three people who I mentioned at the beginning, and of course to Steve for getting in touch via emails. It really has helped, and it's in fact fixed the problem. So fantastic work there to everybody. I would never have actually guessed that that was the issue. The issue was that we had Thornton Farm selected as a map, as a mod, sorry, for this save game. That's all it was. That's what caused the issue. So even though this isn't Thornton Farm, just because I had it installed, it messed it up. Which is bizarre, but true. Right, so now we can go. No, don't get out of the tractor. It doesn't help. Put it onto a... I was going to say put it onto a workman, no, I mean put it onto GPS. We need to rotate this course. It is a bit skew with. Rotate it a bit round that way. Needs to be fairly straight. Okay, that should do. I'm hoping that it's going to be fine. One thing which would actually be quite a nice addition to Farming Simulator is if you leave a field over a long period of time, it starts to grow grass and weeds. We did actually have the soil mod for Farming Simulator 15, which I really wish was in 17. Maybe one day it will come out, but it was nice because if you just left a piece of land set aside, it would grow things which you wouldn't normally want in a field. And where we're planting these trees, because it isn't going to be touched again, it would be nice if grass or some weeds or something like that would grow. Let me just look at this properly. Yeah, just making sure it is perfectly straight. It seems to be. Because the last thing I want is to mess up instantly, because if I mess this up straight away, the entire field is not going to be straight, and it will look absolutely awful. So I must be careful. But this is all good news. I'm going to go and get the cedar after this, and we're going to position it in the correct place. Then I can just count how many, well, it's basically how many rows to miss, because it'll mark it out automatically with GPS anyway. So probably just one more sapling after this one. Hopefully we can get another one in there. right on the edge, but it will do. we have 4 saplings left on the planter, which is fine. I'll turn it off. I'm going to have to teleport, and I'm going to have to go and get a different tractor. Probably this Deutz, actually. If I drop this off the back, we don't need it today. And then grab the seeder. I'm not sure where I've put it. Actually, it could be on the new Holland tractor over at the farm. If it is, I'll just jump over there. I'll have to take a look. Yes, I've just checked the map and it is actually over there. It's attached to the new Holland at the other farm, so this is totally pointless taking the Deutz. I will just position this in one of these sheds. There's space here. What a fun journey this tractor has had today. So off we go in the new Holland tractor. As previously mentioned, we won't be doing the seeding today because it's going to take quite a long time to do the agroforestry. The main reason for it really is because we're going to have to go and get the saplings. We're going to have to get a low loader or something along those lines, maybe a bale trailer, and of course our front loader tractor. Load them all up and then bring them all over. I don't know how many crates of saplings we're going to require, but it is going to be quite a few. You can see here, this is where we did our ploughing, so these fields are all ripe. They need to be harvested. When they're harvested, we can then seed or reseed these fields with a different crop. Now I'm really hoping we can actually get through here. Have I gone a bad way? Hopefully not. I thought that was a gate. It's right there, the field we need. I can't get through. The track actually ends back at the road anyway, so we can just cut across, but that was annoying. I really should be able to get through there. Oh well. I suppose it's because originally it's actually a different farm. We've acquired field number 3 more recently than the other fields, so it's like a different complex of fields. Here we are. Get it unfolded, position it roughly in this area, and then with the GPS lines we can see exactly what kind of space we need to leave. Turn the indicator off too. So yes, that's what we're looking at. Obviously trees do grow. The crops aren't really going to grow underneath the tree canopy, so we can leave a bit of space either side. We're looking at about that. Yes, perfect. Fantastic. So how many rows is that? Oh, don't hit the seeder. 1, 2, 3. So we missed 3, go to the 4th. That's what we do. Move this back out of the way. That was good referencing. But we will leave it here, as it is going to be used very soon. So providing all my lines are still in the same place, this should be dead easy. But we are about to empty the sapling planter. We need to get some more. There is one just over there, which is full, but I do need to bring a load over. The final sapling. Done. Right, let's refill. We have the Kramer to do this with, and as you can see our greenhouses are here. They do need to be worked on. I said I was going to do them today, but we've actually, because I've now managed to get this working, I'm going to prioritise the agroforestry. I probably should actually tilt those forks down instead of up. Knowing my driving on this game, I could easily skewer a car, which would not be pleasant for anybody. And we do need to, of course, attach to some form of trailer. I should think it'd just be the standard bale trailer. It seems to work fairly well. And then we'll load it up with... It's very hard to say, but I would say about 6 or 7 crates. We already do have one over there, so yeah, about 6. One thing which is a real concern is if this Kramer can attach to a bale trailer, I don't think it's going to have the power to actually get up the hill, which is not very good. So if we can't get up the hill, we're just going to have to go and get another tractor. But if we go to bearing technology here, we should be able to see this, the Flegel. And that should be good enough, I'm hoping. Although, we do have this very nice Brantner trailer, plus the Brogan, I think it is, engineering. Got that trailer too, which is nice, and also a Joskin trailer. I have quite a lot of stuff here. All the different mods I've downloaded over the past few months. I actually do like this one. The Brantner trailer is probably going to be the most suitable one for us. I just hope we've got strapping for it. It looks good. Yeah, if you can't strap things on, it's not going to be very useful to us. But I would be surprised if you can't strap stuff on. I'm going to buy 3 more crates. Really messing this up. I'm going to do most of this off screen to avoid all the painful stacking. There we go, just a bad camera angle. And once we have attached one, we'll then know if you can actually strap these things on. Try and do them, well, do one there and then do one on the other side. Using the space to its maximum potential. Is it possible? It is. Good. So no need to worry there. So that is our first 2. Nicely strapped on. I'm going to obviously buy 3 more. And then I think once all those are stacked, we will take all this up there and we should be able to continue. And this is the final crate. I have to say, that looks okay for my stacking. Way beyond my standards. Quite pleased by that, really. Anyway, let's try and see if we can attach to this. It may not even be compatible. Hopefully it is. But either way, I think we're going to have issues pulling it up the hill. So, it does fit. It's going to be quite heavy though. Just going to have to see how it goes. Most of the way, it shouldn't be a problem. It's just that, you know, when you go up to the brow of the hill, halfway up this road, that is when it could be an issue. And that was bad timing. We just got our momentum up. I suppose we could have cut in front, but that would not be good driving. So far, okay, but not perfect. It gets steeper than this. This is not the steepest part. We're still moving. That's a bonus. It will do. Now because we're going downhill again, we can finally get some momentum behind us, and we should be able to just about squeeze the power out to get up here. Watch the speed plummet. Watch that speedo. Thinking about it, it's actually steeper going the other way, which is very beneficial to us. Incredibly steep going up, but thankfully from our way, it's not so bad at all. We've still got it down to 7. I honestly don't think it would be able to climb the hill going the other way. It's like a sheer drop. That was slightly exaggerated. Here we are, making a speedy entrance to the field. Flat out, of course. That actually is flat out. It doesn't look it, but it is. So, going to get it loaded up, and then we can continue. I think this is more saplings than we actually do require. So we're back in the Massey Ferguson tractor, press R and it loads it up automatically, and yeah, it's just going to be a case of starting the PTO again, setting off the GPS, going for it. It should all work as it should do. Now, as long as it doesn't start to close the gap, which it really shouldn't do, because obviously we've just done the GPS markings, then the distance between each one here should always be the same. And as you can see, it does look to be. So it's going to be a fairly slow job, although it's not a very big field. So I'm going to put a time of probably 20 minutes on this. I don't think it'll take more than 20 minutes. Most of it will be cut out anyway. Suppose I could time-lapse. I'll time-lapse some of it, because the last thing you want to see is all of this in real time. Now the one thing here which is very important is that I count the correct number of rows to miss. We're skipping 3 and we're going to be planting number 4. Once this gets to the end, we'll lift it up. How many did we get? Yeah, we should probably lift it up there. It doesn't want to be... we don't want trees going into the grass, basically. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, and that is 4. So we need to go back up here. Off we go again. And at the end of this, when all the crops are planted as well, and trees are fully grown, it's going to look very impressive. I can't wait to see the finished results. It's not going to be in the next few days, obviously, because trees do take quite a long time. But as we are skipping a day and farming simulator, tree growth rates are obviously much faster than real life. It'll probably be in about a week. Not bad going, really. From a sapling to a fully grown tree ready to harvest in just 1 week. Right, so we are exactly halfway, I think. We are doing fairly well. We're certainly not going to run out of any saplings. We have loads. We still have a crate over there. But yeah, things are going very well. Very impressed with it, and this is only the early stages. We have to do the planting. I don't know what to seed, really. I don't know if it's going to be a cereal or if it's going to be... It's not going to be potatoes. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's going to be something like wheat. Wheat or barley. Keep it simple. Load up the next crate and continue. So as you can see, we are, well, you could argue this is actually the final row, but what I'm going to do is probably overlap into the grass verge there, the grass headland, and we're going to do another row there just to really make the most of our space. We don't really have to have so many trees. It's just, I want to make it look really good more than anything. In real life you wouldn't do it for its looks, you'd do it for its production value, and also for basically, what's the word? I don't know. It's just good. It's good in many ways, although it is arguably slightly worse in other ways. For example, the trees can take light and also moisture from the crops, the cereal crops which are growing within each row. But honestly, I've seen pictures of it. Obviously, pictures aren't an awful lot to go on, but the crops seem to be doing pretty well, even with the trees there. But also, I've never done it in real life, or even seen a farm do it in real life. I've seen pictures, like I say, in the county where I live, but yeah, I've never actually visited a farm which does it. But there must be reasons behind it. Agroforestry could well be the future in the UK. Who knows? So yes, when we get to the end of here, we will return. My guess is it is actually going to be on the headland. In a way, I hope it is, because it means we're going to make the most of all the arable area. It's going to be the last tree. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Yes, it is. You probably can actually set the amount you want to skip, but I haven't really got too involved with the GPS recently. And we're about to run out of saplings again, so we'll have to bring over the loader. I think there are 2 crates left on there, 1 crate over there. There we go. Okay. Yeah, 2 crates on here. I'm keeping them more straps on, otherwise they're going to come flying off. No doubt about it. But what do you think so far? Obviously there's not an awful lot to look at, and the saplings, as you go too far, if you look too far, they disappear. But when they get onto their first growth stage, they will be much clearer, and it should look much better as well. And if you've never seen this before, it will add a lot of clarity when they start to grow. Okay then, so we're coming to the end. Once this is finished, I will then fly up into the air. Like I say, I don't think you'll see a great deal because they do disappear as you go too far away from them, but it may make it a bit more obvious as to how neat it is. Let's see how many trees we can get in. Actually, you can't really see them in the cab. The saplings block the view. That'll be the final one. There we go. So, if there is anything, yes there are. There are some on the grass headland here. We may remove them, as it could cause an issue with the cedar when we come to, and the harvester actually, yeah, when we come to harvest. This is most likely going to be the final one in the row. Anyway, yeah, let's just go up into the air. Yeah, having the loader driving about has made it a bit messy. The tracks will disappear. I suppose I could have put grass in first, but there we go. The agroforestry. Let me know what you think. Dislike the video if you hate the idea. Like the video if you love it. Or, you know, like anyway. Who knows? Some people actually like the video before even viewing it, which is quite generous. I'm amazed by it. But thank you anyway. Thank you very much. And that is going to be it for today. So until next time, I hope to see you again very soon. Bye for now.